When Arjuna was showering arrows on Drona, just as no one came forward earlier to save Dharmaraja, now there was no one to come to Drona's aid either. Because Arjuna's arrows were falling around Drona's chariot like a torrential downpour, nobody dared to step into that rain of arrows. Drona, fleeing like a frightened deer cub, trying to save its life from a pursuing lion, was running for his life. Arjuna pursued him relentlessly, and just then, the loud blasts of war horns rang out, signaling sunset. The rules dictated that the battle must stop for the day. Krishna halted the chariot. Arjuna calmed down, turned his chariot around, and returned to their tents. Thankful to be alive, Drona offered his salutations to the sun god for having saved him. Night fell. In the Pandava camp, everyone was celebrating. They rejoiced that Arjuna had made the Kaurava commander-in-chief run away, feeling it was practically half a victory already. Over at the Kaurava camp, Duryodhana sat in the assembly hall, seething with anger. Drona entered the hall with his head lowered, slowly approaching Duryodhana. Duryodhana glared at him as if to say, "You went out promising you'd pluck a victory. What exactly did you bring back?" Drona looked up at Duryodhana and immediately wanted to sink into the ground, feeling as if he should die right then and there. Such was the contempt in Duryodhana's gaze. At once, Drona spoke. "I told you before, only if Arjuna is kept away from Dharmaraja can I capture Dharmaraja. If I had just 2 more minutes, I could have taken him prisoner. But the Trigartas couldn't hold him off for long. Those fools. Where are those Trigartas now?" Duryodhana responded, "Not a single Trigarta is alive. They're all dead, unfortunate souls. Today, there's only one fortunate man on this earth, and that is you. The sun saved you." Drona replied, "Tomorrow, I will prove who I am and what my true power is. I am going to create a colossal battle formation capable of destroying all the Pandavas. However, there is one condition. The formation I shall create tomorrow will succeed only if Arjuna is absent. So it's your responsibility to divert Arjuna from the battlefield." Duryodhana agreed and devised a cunning plan. It's the 13th-day dawn. On the morning, both the Kaurava and Pandava armies prepared for battle. They were evenly matched. The war drums thundered on both sides, and the armies charged at each other. They clashed ferociously. However, after the experience of the 12th day, Arjuna had decided under no circumstances would he leave Dharmaraja unprotected. All the major warriors of the Pandava army were positioned around Dharmaraja, guarding him. Meanwhile, from the Kaurava side, a large division known as the Samshaptakas, hundreds of soldiers, approached the Pandava lines. Their commander shouted, "Arjuna, we are not the Trigartas, we are the Samshaptakas. You alone cannot defeat us. What am I saying? Even if the entire Pandava army came to face us, we could annihilate you all. Come on, I challenge you to fight us, defeat us, and then we'll accept that you are indeed the greatest of warriors, as everyone claims. Otherwise, admit in front of us that you are not even worthy of being called a man." They laughed mockingly, but Arjuna did not waver in the slightest. "What's this, Arjuna?" They continued to taunt. "Are you protecting your elder brother? Or are you using your brother's name to protect yourself? If you have any courage, come and fight us. Why are all the Pandavas just huddled together chanting prayers? Come fight us. Don't you have any valor? We're throwing so many insults at you, yet you remain unmoved. Where's your heroism?" Still, Arjuna remained calm. At this point, Dharmaraja called out to him, "Arjuna, friends, do you believe that reading a single, truly fascinating story can change a person's entire life? Do you believe that if you read that story to your children, they would learn the values they need for life? And do you believe that no matter what problem you are facing or will face in the future, simply reading one story can give you the solution? Yes, it's possible. Only with the greatest epic ever told in the history of humankind, the Mahabharata. This story is 100 times more magnificent than any super hit movie. It's a challenge. The Mahabharata, written in my style, is available as 2 volumes in both print and ebook on Amazon and 43 other online stores. It's available worldwide in 54 languages. I've provided links in the description below this video. Order it right away, because it's not just a book, it's a library that contains everything you need for your life. Hearing Dharmaraja's call, Arjuna turned to him. "Elder brother, I understand. I'm going, but be careful. I've stationed the mightiest warriors of our Pandava army around you to protect you. No one can touch you. Look, the Kaurava army has deployed the Garuda Vyuha again today, just like yesterday. Our soldiers can break through it without difficulty, so there's nothing for you to fear. Also, our commander Drishtadyumna is right by your side. I'll go and finish off these Samshaptakas and return. Krishna, Let's go and put an end to them." So saying, Arjuna climbed onto the chariot. Krishna took the reins and they sped off to battle the Samshaptakas. But the Samshaptakas wheeled their horses and fled swiftly from there, moving far away. Arjuna and Krishna in their chariot pursued them. Until that moment, there were only a few hundred Samshaptaka soldiers. But now, as they fled, new soldiers riding on horseback joined them. With the addition of these reinforcements, the force that had been in the hundreds suddenly swelled to over 10,000. Seeing this, Krishna said to Arjuna, "Arjuna, this feels like a trap. It might be wiser to turn back." Arjuna replied, "What, Krishna? Should we be scared of such a small army? Look at them, cowards, running away at the mere sight of us. Why should we fear them? I'll hunt them down today, one by one. Watch me." Before long, the Samshaptaka's numbers grew to over 30,000, all fleeing. Determined to kill them, Arjuna and Krishna continued the chase. Suddenly, the Samshaptakas came to a halt. Turning their horses around to face Arjuna, they spread out and formed a crescent-shaped battle formation. Arjuna was puzzled. He wondered, why did they come here? Why did they provoke me? Why did they run away, gather more men and then stop? And now they're creating a new formation? Usually in war, only one major formation is employed at a time. The main Kaurava force was still battling Dharmaraja in the Ardha-Vyuha. But here, the Samshaptakas had formed another new formation. Before Arjuna could fully understand their plan, that crescent-shaped formation began to close in on him like an eclipse swallowing the sun. Suddenly, Arjuna and Krishna found themselves alone in their chariot, surrounded by 30,000 Samshaptakas. The entire enemy force screamed battle cries and charged on horseback, intent on killing Arjuna. At that moment, Arjuna declared, "Krishna, this might well be the last day of my life, but listen to me. If it comes down to my final breath, I swear I won't let a single one of these Samshaptakas remain alive. Today, my Gandiva will truly be tested. The moment has come to prove my valor. Even if it weren't just 30,000, if another 100,000 arrived, I would still finish them all by day's end." Placing his foot on the wooden brace inside the chariot, he raised his Gandiva bow, nocked an arrow, and prepared to fire at the Samshaptakas. There's no need for me to tell you exactly how Arjuna fought after that. You can imagine it yourself. Meanwhile, back at Dharmaraja's side, a messenger came rushing in. "My king, the Samshaptakas have surrounded Arjuna with their crescent formation. He's alone, fighting amid 30,000 warriors." Hearing this, Drishtadyumna, the Pandava commander, said to Dharmaraja, "My lord, something big is unfolding. For 30,000 soldiers to simultaneously encircle Arjuna means they intend to keep him locked in battle all day. Even if he uses all his weapons, astras, shastras and the full power of his Gandiva, it may take the entire day. In other words, they've effectively confined him. If they've managed to isolate Arjuna like that, it must mean something very significant is about to happen here." Friends, in the next episode, the content will reach an entirely different level. Don't miss it. We'll meet again next Saturday at the same time. In the meantime, order my Mahabharata books right now. I've placed links in the description below this video. Also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so immediately. Till then, take care. Bye.